हेलो एन्ड नमस्ते फ्रेन्ड, मेरो नाम प्रमानन्द शर्मा हो र आज म सिटिभिटी डिप्लोमा इन एनिमल साइन्स जुलोजीको नोट्सको स्टडी गर्न गइरहेको छु। ल आजको भिडियो सुरु गरौँ। इन्ट्रोडक्सन टु जुलोजी, ब्रान्चेस अफ जुलोजी। Morphology, study about external forms and structures of animals. Anatomy, study about internal structures as seen by naked eyes. Physiology, study about life processes and functions. Histology, study of structure and function of tissues. Cytology अर्थात cell biology, study about structure, function, growth and life story of cells. Biochemistry, study about biochemical organization of biomolecules. Taxonomy, study about identification, nomenclature and classification of organisms. Genetics, study about heredity and their variations. Evolution, study about gradual changes in the organisms. Embryology, study about formation, development, hatching of embryo. Ecology, study about relationship between living beings and environment. Microbiology, study about microbes. Biogeography, study about distribution of animal. Zoogeography, study about distribution of animal on the earth surface. Phytogeography, study about distribution of plant on earth surface. Pathology, study about disease caused by microbes. Epidemiology, study about epidemics. Limnology, study about fresh water and their inhabitants. Biotechnology, study about use of algae, fungi, mutuses and higher animals for manufacturing of useful products. Genetic engineering, study about producing useful gene types by manipulating the genes. Tonicology, study about taurines. Specialized branches of zoology, branches related to animal groups. Protozoology, study about protozoa. Parazoology, study about sponges, polyphenos. Pseudology, study about Korean traits. Helminthology, study about helminthes. Entomology, study about insects. Malacology, study about molluscs. Conchology, study about molluscs cells. Insectology, study about fishes. Herpetology, study about amphibians and reptiles. Ornithology, study about insects. Neurology, study about mammals. Mammalogy, study about human behavior and mental qualities. Ethology, study about animal behavior. Organ related branches: ophthalmology, eye; cardiology, heart; angiology, blood vessels; dermatology, skin; hematology, blood; endocrinology, cutaneous gland; enzymology, cattle gland; osteology, bones. Scope of zoology. Life process. The study of zoology provides knowledge about life processes like digestion, respiration, reproduction, etc. Basis for studying applied science. The basis zoological concept, essential background for studying applied science like medicine, pharmacy, etc. Profession. The study of zoology provides jobs in various fields like teaching, researches, medicine, veterinary, etc. Research. Various animals like dogs, mice, fruit flies, etc. are contensively used for conducting the scientific researches on genetics, ornithology, molecular biology, medicine, etc. The medicine are tested in animals before used in human beings. Health and disease. The study of zoology provides knowledge about different different types of disease like TB, typhoid, cholera, flu. The prevention and treatment disease are studied by economic zoologists. Industry. Various highly demanded zoological products like honey, silk, feather, leather, soap, medicine, etc. are obtained from animals. The quantity and quality of these products can be improved by study of respective animals. Pollution. Pollutional air, water, soil are the biggest problem of the world. The prevention and control of the prevention and control of these pollutions are carried by zoologists. Likewise, the ecological imbalances, limited acid rain, depletion of ozone layer, and global warming are minimized by zoologists. Civilization 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 employment of different animals races are made with the help of genetics. Civilization employment of different animals races are made with the help of genetics. Taxonomy with the help of taxonomy, the different parasites and identified and their control measures are possible. Likewise, different types of biological associations like symbiosis, common jelly, parasitisms, predictions studies is zoology. Aesthetic value. Aesthetic value. Aesthetic value. Zoology is a subject of great insect. Aesthetic value. Zoology is a subject of great interest due to the correlation, distribution, shape, behavior of animals. It increases imaginations of poets, artists, designers. Many people have hobbies for keeping aquaria, animal riding, bird shooting, fishing, etc. Paleontology, study about fossils. Paleozoology, animal fossils. Paleobotany, plant fossils. Unit 2, cell biology. What is cell? अर्थात सेल भनेको के हो? Cell is a basic structural functional component of life. It is the simplest and smallest unit capable for carrying all the animal activities. Why cell is a basic unit of life? The activities of the cell are integrated for the survival of the organisms, yet they act as an autonomous unit. The following activities show the independence of the cell. Number one, each cell can oxidize the food molecule to produce energy and store this energy in the forms of ATPs, अर्थात adenosine triphosphates. Each cell can carry out the anabolic process. The cells can respire and exchange gases with their surrounding. Each cell can reproduces daughter cells with similar hereditary characters. Each cell boosts of new cell component from its own micromolecules the, for the growth and to replace when out cells. Each cell maintains each cell maintains necessary internal biochemical conditions by regulating its own activities. Each cell has its own life space. Definition of prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cells. A cell which lacks well organized nucleus and membrane bound cell organelles is known as prokaryotic cell. A cell which possesses well organized nucleus and all membrane bound cell organelles is called eukaryotic cell. Difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotics. Prokaryotic cells are found only in bacteria and blue-green algae. Prokaryotic cells are found only in bacteria and blue-green algae. Eukaryotic cells are found in all living organisms. Prokaryotic size ranges from 100 to 2000 nanometer. Prokaryotic size ranges from 100 to 2000 nanometer. Eukaryotic size ranges from 10,000 to 1 lakh nanometer. Prokaryotic cell wall is present and composed of membrane nucleus. Eukaryotic cell wall when present is cellulosic. डिफरेंस बिटवीन एनिमल एंड प्लांट सेल. डिफरेंस बिटवीन अर्थात जनावर कोष र बिरुवा कोषमा के फरक छ अर्थात के भिन्नता छ. एनिमल सेल, प्लांट सेल. एनिमल सेल सेल वाल इज अब्सेंट. प्लांट सेल वाल इज प्रेजेंट. एनिमल सेल इट डज नॉट कंटेन parasites. एनिमल सेल इट डज नॉट कंटेन parasites. Plant cell it contains parasites. Animal cell control is present. Plant cell control is absent. Animal cell vacuoles are either small or absent. Animal cell vacuoles are either small or absent. Plant cell vacuoles are larger. Sense organs and nervous systems are present. Animal cell organs and nervous system are present. Plant cell sense organs and nervous systems are absent. Structure of cell. Structure of cell अर्थात सेल को बनावट. Cell consists of microscopic mass of protoplasm surrounded by the cell membrane in plant cell. The cytoplasm contains several living organelles and non-living inclusion. Cell organelles are living subcellular structure of the cytoplasm having definite structures and function and also known as protoplasmic bodies are organized. The cell organelles two types. Organisms related to chemical function. Organisms related to chemical function. Mitochondria. They are freely found in cytoplasm. They are up to 100 in number in a cell. Its shape is generally oval. Mitochondria they are freely found in cytoplasm. They are up to 100 in membrane in a cell. Its shape is generally oval. They take part in respiration of food and release of energy. It produces ATP, adenosine triphosphates. Mitochondria they are freely found in cytoplasm. They are up to 100 in number in a cell. Its shape is generally oval. They take part in of food and release of food energy. It produces ATP, adenosine triphosphates. Plastid. It is only found in plant cell. Plastid. It is only found in plant cell and found freely in cytoplasm. It is of three types. Plastid have three types. Leucoplast. It is found in roots. Leucoplast. It is found in roots. Chromoplast. It is found either in fruits or flower. Chromoplast. It is found either in fruits or flowers. Chloroplast. It is found in leaves and stem. Endoplasmic reticulum अर्थात ER. Endoplasmic reticulum ER. It is attached endoplasmic reticulum. It is attached with nucleus membranes cell. membrane and found freely in cytoplasmic network. Endoplasmic reticulum. It is attached with nucleus membranes cell membrane and found freely in cytoplasmic network. Golgi body complex. Golgi body अर्थात और complex. They are always found around the nucleus and their main function is formation of cell plates during cell division. Golgi body अर्थात Golgi complex. They are always found around the nucleus and their main functions is formation of cell plants during cell division. Ribosomes. It is found in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Its main function is to proteins synthesis. Lysosomes, nicrosomes, mucobodies. Cell organelles related to the mechanic. Cell inclusion. Those non-living bodies of the cytoplasm formed as a result of metabolism elicited substance. Resolve protein, starch, secretory, plant pigments, enzymes, etc. Externally, mammalians, arthropods, organic. Structural protein. It provides structures to the membrane. Enzymatic protein. It is responsible for different chemical reactions running in the membrane. Enzymatic protein. It is responsible for different chemical reactions running in the membrane. Carries protein. Helps in the transparent specific lines and molecules use the membrane. The lipids commonly present are phospholipids. Carbohydrates are present as shear on branched chains of sugar. Many models for plasma membrane have been proposed. The fluid mosaic model is in follows. Function of plasma membrane. 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 The plasma membrane is a selectively permeable membrane. It regulates the flow of materials, ions, nutrients, rare water molecules in and out of the cell. It controls and maintains the differential distributions of ions inside and outside of cell. For example, potassium ions are distributed outside of a living cell. The plasma membrane responds to change in its environment with the help of respective proteins. Plasma membrane of some unicellular organisms and some specialized cells perform locomotory function. For example, pseudodeer movement in amoeba is due to the function of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane protect the cell and may be involved in a cell movement, cell secretive and transmitting impulses. Endocytosis. It is an active process by which large size solid or liquid materials are taken inside the cell through plasma membrane. It is of two types. Uh, it is of two types. Function of mitochondria. Mitochondria performs most important functions such as oxidations, dehydrations, reactive function of ER.